Someone has lost the wheel on the racetrack. The 11 was just on pit road, so I have to believe it was the 11.
Yep,
Denny Hamlin said, I blew a right front. That's what happened. Then you see the right front gone for Hamlin.
Yeah, unfortunately for the 11, I don't think he blew a right front. I think the right front wheel fell, became loose.
Something wild just went down at Bristol. Denny Hamlin's playoff run is suddenly in chaos. A twist mid-race sparked major penalties, and now everything's on the line. Let's break down what really happened. It happened on lap 384 out of 500 during the race at Bristol. Hamlin's car, the number 11 Toyota, was doing fine. Then, all of a sudden, the front right wheel came off. The car jumped and he crashed into AJ Allmendinger's number. NASCAR said Hamlin had to go back 2 laps because of the crash. He finished in 31st place, 5 laps behind. That's bad news for a driver who had already won 5 races this year. Hamlin said later that he felt something strange coming out of turn 2. He explained, "All I know is I went into turn 3, I felt something kind of weird off of turn 2 where I felt like I turned the wheel and the thing was hanging. I was like, what the hell? Am I having another major tight moment? It was only a couple of laps into that run. I just went in turn 3, the car went straight, wiped out AJ Allmendinger. I don't know who else got in it, but then I was riding on 3 tires. He also said maybe the car hit the wall earlier, which could have caused a problem, but he wasn't sure. People watching the race were shocked. A tire rolling by itself down the track was not something you see every day, and Hamlin sitting inside a broken car made it even more surprising. Fans on the internet talked about it nonstop. This didn't look like a small mistake, it looked like something that could mess up Hamlin's whole playoff run. Other drivers and even old team leaders shared their thoughts. Some said it might be because of the car parts. Others wondered if the team didn't talk clearly on the radios. But everyone agreed. This was going to be tough for Hamlin to fix. NASCAR has a rule that says a tire can't come off a car during a race. If it does, that's very dangerous. The tire could hit other cars or even people. So the rule is strict. If a tire falls off and causes a yellow flag, the driver gets a 2-lap penalty. Also, 2 of the pit crew members, the person who changes the tire and the person who lifts the car, get suspended for 2 races. NASCAR is very serious about safety. For Hamlin's team, the 2 pit crew members who got in trouble are Austin Maloney and Joel Buagnon. But they won't miss the next race in New Hampshire. The team asked NASCAR if the suspensions could start 1 week later, and NASCAR said yes. So, the 2 crew members will sit out the races in Kansas and the Charlotte Roval. NASCAR added this new rule earlier in 2025. Teams can ask to move the suspension to a later race if it helps them plan better. This rule is used when the problem wasn't on purpose or dangerous behavior. Hamlin's team thinks it's smart to keep the regular crew for New Hampshire, which is a track where Hamlin usually does well. That way, they can try to get more points before the harder races come. Every decision now matters a lot. A single race can change everything in the playoffs. This plan could be smart or it could backfire. If Hamlin does well in New Hampshire, then missing his 2 main pit crew members later might not be a big deal. But if something goes wrong in that race, then the next 2 races will be very hard. Every second in the pit matters. A slow tire change can lose the whole race. The team has to be very careful. They have to trust each other and move quickly and smoothly. Pit stops are not just about speed, they're about timing and teamwork. Some people are still asking questions. Did the tire fall off first, or did Hamlin hit something and then the tire came off? That changes the story. Hamlin and his crew chief think the crash might have made the tire come loose, not the other way around. But no one is totally sure. Also, the new kind of tires on these race cars only use 1 big nut instead of 5 small ones. That makes them faster to change, but maybe easier to mess up. Even 1 little mistake can make a tire come off and cause a big crash. There's another problem too. Pit crews work as a team. They need to trust each other and move together perfectly. If you take out 2 of the main guys, that team feeling is gone. Even if the new guys are good, they might not be in sync. 1 second too slow, 1 wrong move, and the car loses time. In the playoffs, every little thing counts. And now Hamlin has to get used to working with new people during the most important races of the year. The pressure is high, and there's no room for mistakes. And don't forget, the media is watching. Reporters are asking questions. Fans are talking online. Other racers are looking for a weak spot. Hamlin has a lot of eyes on him now. This isn't just about the car or the tire, it's also about how Hamlin handles the pressure. Can he stay focused, or will all this noise get in his head? The mental part of the game is just as important as the car. If Hamlin wants to win, he has to stay strong in every way. Even with all this drama, Hamlin is still in a good spot. He made it into the round of 12 after winning the race at Gateway. After Bristol, he's first in points, 26 ahead of the cut line. So even though the Bristol race ended badly, he's not in danger yet. But the next few races will be very important. Losing 2 pit crew members will test how strong his team really is. They need to be sharp and not make more mistakes. One more bad race could knock him out of the playoffs. Some fans think the punishment was too harsh. They say maybe Hamlin couldn't stop the tire from falling off. Maybe it was just bad luck or a tiny problem that no one noticed. But other fans say rules are rules. Loose wheels are dangerous, and when tires come off, they can hit other cars and hurt someone. NASCAR has to keep the races safe. NASCAR didn't make an exception here. They followed the rule book. The team got a chance to delay the suspension, but not avoid it. Now Hamlin's team has to be ready for Kansas and the Charlotte Roval without their full crew. These tracks are tricky. Pit stops will be harder. Everyone will be watching to see if they can keep up. And some people wonder if NASCAR will change the rules in the future to make things even safer. For Hamlin, this is a big test. He wants to win his first Cup Series championship, but first he has to get through all this trouble and prove he can overcome it. In the end, Hamlin and his team got hit hard, but maybe it was fair. NASCAR followed the rules. Hamlin says maybe something else caused the crash, but either way, now they have to deal with the problem. One loose wheel made everything more difficult. Now it's up to Hamlin to prove he can still win. Do you think NASCAR was too tough? Can Hamlin bounce back and show everyone he's still a top driver? Let us know what you think. If you like learning about NASCAR rules and playoff drama, tell us in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more racing stories. We'll be back soon with both eyes on the track.